The wife noticed this one pop up, and they had dropped it from 2,000 down to 1,000. So then we took a look at the pictures a little closer and read the description. And in the description, it talks about misfires on 2, 4, 6, and 8, small coolant leak, driver's side window doesn't move up and down, and obviously the damage to the front of the vehicle. We always like to think about the best case versus worst case, and when you're trying to decide how much you're going to pay for something and if it's worthwhile to you, I lean towards worst case scenario. Okay, we got to repair obvious front damage. There's going to be timing repairs we're going to do no matter what, cooling system upgrades, and this one might need a new engine. So we went ahead, sight on scene. We offered them $700 for it, and they accepted it. All right, guys, it's windy out, so hopefully this turns out. Might have to voice over, but we got back yesterday with the $700 Land Rover LR4. So do a little walk around. We didn't film any of it picking up. It's a real pretty area, Carson City up on the hills. But just for privacy reasons, we didn't film it. So I'm just gonna do a quick walk around as it's on the trailer. So here it is, 2012 Land Rover LR4, the 5-liter V8 gas engine. Obviously you can see overall it's in good shape. It is missing skid plates, and it is not an it is not a Lux, it's an HSE. Does not have the locker. It does have a door ding there on the rear passenger door on the driver's side. They did some kind of makeshift side vents or blackout side vents. This little trim piece by the windshield, that is in the back of the truck, started coming off. It looks like the little plastic tabs, the button tabs broke on it, but the trim itself isn't broken, so they just used some silicone and tried to get it to hold on like that. Just want to give you a view of it. It does not run according to them. We did not try it. It is well used, and I'll give you the backstory once we get it off the trailer. Air suspension was aired up, so that's good. You know, it hasn't been sitting that long. Does have the front damage. Didn't get too close into it. I'm hoping it didn't hit the bash bar, but again, non-running Land Rover LR4 for $700. We're gonna just kind of do a detailed video of how we do this. So obviously this first video is just us finding it, going and picking it up, unloading it, and doing a walk around. It is dirty inside, so it's going to need a good detailing, but kind of point out everything that we saw. And there's something interesting under the hood that I don't recognize, so I'll show you guys that. I have my suspicions on what it is, so learn something new every time. All right, guys, let me get this thing unloaded so we can do a walk around. All right, guys, got the Land Rover off the trailer. I already did a walk around of the outside while it was on the trailer, but we'll just show you what I couldn't reach. Again, this is a 2012 Land Rover LR4 HSE. Our windshield's in good shape, no cracks or major chips. We do have some paint peeling on the roof, which is pretty common on these LR3s, LR4s, in our area especially. And the good news, our sunroof glass is in good shape. No cracks, chips. It looks good. Everything on the back, all our bumper covers, hitch cover, our recovery point cover is there. So let's take a look on the inside. All right, let's start in the back here. Open up the hatch. So I got it hooked up to the Excursion right now, the battery, because this battery is no good. Here's the back. This is our trim for around the window. We stuck it back here because, as you can see, these tabs are broken off. Luckily, the trim is good, so we just got to get new tabs. So this is the back of the car. You can see. Looks like we got some sand and some seashells. It'll need a good cleaning. There's the third row seat. Seat material's in good shape. We'll go along to the second row. The door card's in good shape. Needs a good cleaning. It's got the blackout trim instead of the wood trim, which we kind of like. We prefer that blackout trim. You can see an indentation in the seats, car seats. So they had some kids. Well-used car. All right, we'll go through, check the other side. Door card looks nice on this side as well. Again, there's no tears in the seats, so that's nice. Just a good cleaning, which will make for a good video. Interesting though, this is the first LR4 that doesn't have rear seat heaters, second row seats. All our other ones have the two outside seats are heated. Interesting. Yeah, we'll definitely end up doing a good thorough cleaning on this. Here's the passenger front. Again, door card is in good shape. Our leather up here is in good shape. I'll show you the other side. Leather here, got some wear, not bad. Glove box are emptied out. No floor mats. Let's go to the driver's side now. Okay. Well, again, your blackout trim. Here's what I was telling you. This one's not bad at all, but this leather they put up top, if you don't have either tinted windows or sunshades, it will melt this leather. So discolor it. All right. Driver's seats show some wear, so something was hanging off. They were wearing something that scuffed up the leather. Got one floor mat up here, but unfortunately the center console has definitely seen better days. Needs a good cleaning, but everything's there. So I think this is missing the cold climate package actually. There's your center console, no cooler. We'll get that fixed. Because I'm looking here and there's no front seat heaters either. It's got the dual zone climate control and the rear climate control. Actually, let's go back there and take a look. Yeah, so we have rear climate control, but no seat heaters anywhere. Interesting. So I take it probably doesn't have a steering wheel heater. Nope, that would be right there. So maybe that's part of the cold climate package. So let's see if I can turn on the ignition. So you can see the parking brake light is flashing. You can check out the mileage there. 123,933. Not bad for the year. We have not tried to start it. That's the interior. Definitely needs a good cleaning. The sunroof looks good shape. It's not sagging, torn. All right, let's pop the hood and take a look at it. All right, here's our motor. Again, this is a 5-liter V8 gas. I got the battery disconnected because it's I think it's shorting out, so I just left it, ran it directly off the battery in the Excursion. But everything's here. We do see some coolant down in the bottom of the reservoir tank, so it's not completely empty, so that's good. The reservoir tank for the windshield washer fluid is located on this side, and you can almost see it. Maybe if I go like that, that's it down there. So it often does get cracked when there's any kind of front impact, so we'll have to see how it looks under there. I don't know anything about it other than it had misfires on 2, 4, 6, and 8, which is all on one side. Now I did pull this off and noticed something I hadn't seen on any of my LR4s is this part of the intake. So basically it comes off the side. This is going to be, if you're sitting in the car, the right side or the passenger side here in North America, and it fishes back to here and not connected to anything. And then as I'm looking, that looks like, I don't know what that is, a light, maybe kind of a mice deterrent, I don't know. But you can also see the screws have been taken out or not tightened it back up. We do see some coolant leak right here at this bleeder valve for the heater lines. The good news sign is these insulators on the cylinders, valve covers, that's there, so that's a good sign. Everything's intact, just this. So then I started paying attention after I saw that, and I noticed there's no studs holding up to slide these into. And then went around, took a look, and the studs are there, but I don't think this is for an LR4. Somebody's using it in place of. So I did some research, and the Range Rovers of this time frame, 2010, 2013, they have this setup. I don't know what it does, maybe for brakes or something, I don't know. I haven't done any more research on that. So yeah, that's for Range Rovers. This is obviously not the right intake, which means that it's just running. I don't know how long it's been on there, but it's been running, sucking air, unfiltered air into the intake, with it just being back there. So that is kind of concerning. But, you know, that's the nature of buying a used car. So, like I said, this is not going to be a troubleshooting video. This is just our initial pickup. So I'm not going to go into what we're going to do on this video. On my next video on this particular car, we'll kind of go through what we do to troubleshoot. You know, we'll start from the beginning and go all the way through and show you guys, take you guys along the way. So that is our 2012 Land Rover LR4 HSE 7-seater. So what we're gonna do, what's the plan? Like I said, I'm gonna take you guys along. The next video is gonna be troubleshooting, diagnosing, seeing if we can get it running or identify what the problem is and how bad it is. Could be something simple. Again, misfires can be caused by ignition, so spark plug, coil, wiring, compression. So if we have bad compression, which could be caused by low cylinder head gasket or piston ring cylinder wall damage. And then another issue that could cause misfires is fuel. So it could be that that fuel rail got plugged, got contaminated, fuel injectors got contaminated. I know on my daughter's, we had 2 or 3 fuel injectors on one side that ended up failing. I think got carboned up. So you never know. Stay tuned for that. And then obviously I'll do a video on fixing the front end. We'll do a detailed video on tearing down the interior and cleaning it, how we detail it and bring it back to life. So yeah, it's going to just be a series. Don't know what we're going to call the series right now, but we'll think of something. It's a $700 Land Rover, so we're going to take you guys along the way, and we'll keep track of costs so you guys can see how much it can cost us, how much it's going to cost us, and get a running tally, and then figure out what we're going to do with it after we're all done. So Stay tuned for the next videos. Again, I want to thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one. May God bless you.